So if you've ever wondered what it takes for a video editor to edit a social media video, the entire process from start to finish, including captions, B-roll, the clipping of it, everything in between in the exporting process all the way to the end, then today I'm going to show you exactly how it gets done from the video editors on my team. So what we're going to do today is I actually had my best video editor on the social media side edit a video and record a screen recording from start to finish on one of the videos that we put out for my social media. Let's go through this. So basically, I'm going to start with literally going down the line. I'm going to scrub through along with you. So here's what happens. The first thing that we're doing is obviously taking, and this is specifically taking long form video and chopping out a clip. If you're editing the video because you shot it specifically for social media and you kept it under 60 seconds, which I did a video on, by the way, so go check that out. But if you're doing it that way, then the editing process is going to be similar, but there's going to be a couple of steps you're skipping essentially. So the first thing is we're selecting, on my editor screen here, you see all those project files, but you also see all those video files. Those are the long form videos that he can chop into and cut out clips from. So the idea here is for him, now we're going to show one clip, but the idea is for him to go through these videos and chop out like 5 to 6 clips at a time, or even more than that at a time, so that you're efficient with the clips being pulled out of the core content. We're juicing out as much as possible. So he's going to pick one of those videos for us to import. So first thing he's going to be doing is color grading. Now, we don't do a whole lot of this because at the end of the day, it really doesn't show, that much benefit in the long run. You want to make sure that it looks good, right? We're giving effort to make sure the video looks as good as possible, but we're not going overboard with it. So we're not doing all kinds of crazy stuff to it. You're going to see just some light things that he's doing on the color grading and just making it look decent. Now, the next part of this is going to be the clipping. So he goes through a process of getting the clip transcribed and that sort of thing, and then making sure that we have, in Premiere Pro, this is what we're using. And again, other softwares, you're going to be able to do something similar as well. But in Premiere Pro, we're going to transcribe the video, and there's a couple reasons why we do that. Number one is to get the captions on the screen. So we want to have captions on the social media screens, those, pop-up captions at the bottom of the screen that you'll see. But in addition to that, it will also help us select a clip. So we can also use AI to tell us what clips to pull from by uploading the transcript to AI. So that's a really neat little trick that, you could utilize in your video editing adventure. So here's what he does is he exports the, the transcript and then throws it into ChatGPT and then kind of goes through and decides what he wants to actually clip out. And that's where the usefulness comes in from the AI portion of it. Now, again, I've done a video on utilizing AI for social media clipping. And to me, it's not the one-stop shop for video editing at the moment. It could change, and obviously AI gets better and better over time. Where we've come from, like when it really first came out aggressively to the public over the last couple of years, it's really grown and done a really, really good job. But at the moment, the important thing is retaining context, retaining value, good clear-cut hook, good clear-cut call to action. And so my editor is going to go through and try to clip some of this together to make it one congruent 60-second video. So he'll go through, kind of trim it down, do a little bit of light editing and that sort of thing. And then the next thing that he does is he's going to export it. So he exports this, and then now where he actually adds the editing in is he goes to Capcut. Now, this can be done in Premiere. It can be. However, my editor has a really clean workflow to be able to take that video from Premiere, and Capcut does a really, really good job with animations and captioning styles and, just the design of the video aesthetics overall, just to keep it engaging. And he has a really good system for that. So he'll import it into Capcut, start doing some edits to it. He'll add captions. And as we're kind of going through here, he'll go back into, I did a video on tools to use for video editors. And one of them was Envato. Envato is fantastic for B-roll video that you could use and imagery and stuff like that. It has a crazy amount of other assets that you can utilize in the media space. So he'll download some relevant B-roll clips and, kind of go through, add those to the clipping here. And Capcut, I believe, does also have the ability to add B-roll clips as well, but this is what my editor wanted to do. So he'll blow up the B-roll there, make it framed correctly on the screen, and really just add engaging content to the actual video itself. And in this that I skipped, it was the captions, right? So you can go through in Capcut and edit the captions, the font, the style of the captions, the transitions, And then if there's anything in the actual captions that needs to be edited because maybe it got transcribed incorrectly or spelled incorrectly, then he can go through and edit those. So he's already done that as we're scrubbing through here. So the next part of this is he does the transitions and sound effects and stuff like that. This is where just the extra stuff that really helps the engaging side of the video, make it an entertaining video to watch as opposed to just sitting in front of a camera and talking and you just have captions on the screen, right? So he's adding some sound effects. He's adding some, kind of transitions to make it pop off and that sort of thing. I think he goes back through here and adds a little bit more B-roll. And then as we're going through here, he's just kind of doing some light touch-ups and that sort of thing as he's finishing up the video. So that's really all it takes to edit the video. And I say it's all it takes. My editors are incredible at the workflows that they do here. So the totality of editing one social media video for us takes about 15 minutes. Now, we do give them, our video editors, I'll do another video on this specifically, but our video editors, their timelines are between 15 and 20 minutes to do one social media video. So that's including the clipping, that's including the captioning, the adding B-roll, all the effects and stuff like that. So that's important to understand because as I'm paying my team, I want to make sure that they're not spending an hour on a video because it's just not necessary. And again, like the editor that's doing this video, he does hundreds of these videos on a weekly basis, like literally thousands on a monthly basis. So he's got this down packed and has a really, really good workflow and system. So whatever works for you, obviously, like you may not need to get Premiere and CapCut. Maybe you could do all this in CapCut. You kind of could. But it just depends on what your workflow looks like. So then he's going to export the actual video from CapCut, and then it's done. And then now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the actual video that he exported so you could see what the workflow basically resulted in. So we're going to show that now. So the next thing you're going to get is a light. Now, the lighting is important because this is going to improve the quality pretty drastically. Normally, I would tell people to face a window. Natural light's going to be the best form of light. If I did that right now and I'm literally sitting on a window, the sun is like beaming on my face. You don't want that. You want it to kind of just creeping into your window. So the device that I have is this right here. So it has a little clamp and it has this extending arm that has different settings that you can, and brightnesses that you could set on the lighting. So that right there costs about 15 bucks on Amazon. And that gives you the great lighting that you're seeing right now. That was all the video is today. Hopefully that helps somebody. If it did, make sure you leave a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you want more content, tips, and ways to improve your social media, your podcast, and your YouTube. And make sure you share this with a friend. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next one.